Greetings, ladies and gentle players, and today we've got a bit of an explanation. I've got a real board video coming your way, and you might say to yourself, that's unusual. I don't remember you doing a real board video lately. Where did this real board video come from, you might ask? Well, turns out the real board video here was dated April of 2020. I've been on my hard drive for over a year, and it somehow, unless this is a duplicate, I don't know. I could have sworn I uploaded this video before. I was not able to find it. I was not able to find this Legend88 video on my channel in my remastered series of the Legend88 series. So I don't tell you. I don't tell you. I think this is a new upload. I couldn't find it, and good news. It's gonna get better because I didn't find just one. I found 4 more. There's this one, which I'm uploading now. And then there's these 4, which I also haven't uploaded, that are dated April, July, and June. So, those of you who like Legend88 videos, apparently I've got 5 of them coming at you over the next couple of weeks. So, great. PogChamp. Hope you like the Legend88 series. Again, this is like over a year old at this point on pretty much all these videos, so enjoy the series. Hope you're enjoying Legend88 videos, super basic at a professional level, playing amateurs on TieGem, and I'll see you next time. So, greetings ladies and gentle players, we are of course back on my board, where good old Legend88 is black against a TieGem 6-dan this time. Ooh, scary. So if you do not know who Legend88 is at this point, that's too bad. I feel for you. Not going over it again. Suffice to say, good player. Pro even. Going over his games for a lot of reasons. Check out the other videos to know more. Now, Legend88 as black opens up with nice 4 point. His opponent, a TieGem 6-dan. Bold. Offering up diagonal play. It's like, yeah, you can play whatever you want. I don't even care. I don't even care, man. I don't even care. Open up however you want. And Legend's like, well, okay. I will then. Thank ya. And 6-dan takes an off-star point here. A little bit of a specialty move, if you will. Now, obviously, we're going to do corner, side, center. And the corner that we approach here is the one that actually lets us take the corner. Now, the question when you have a move like this is, how are you going to play it? There are a lot of ways you can play. White apparently plays some handicap. He plays some handicap. Because he hyperextends across the board. That's pretty brave. The idea here is that you can like lean here later, and you're out developing the corner. You know? You're getting more points. But going for an influential approach in a diagonal game doesn't really work out too well, because whatever happens here is not going to help what happens here. And what happens here is not going to really interact with what happens here. This is more of a territorial game because the board is literally split down the side. And from this angle, it looks like my arm is broken. Holy crap, that looks creepy. Let's not look at that again. So instead of worrying about the development there, yeah, you. Black simply takes large knight. Alright, so we have a large knight there for black. And white says, you need to not expand off that, brother. And black says, okay, I won't. Ah, so simple. He's not kicking, he's not pincering, he's not counter-approaching, he's not attacking. He's just like, okay, I'll chill, brother. I got you, man. I got you. I got you. And the reason why I can say that is because white needs to move over here now. White needs a move over in here now. And there's still an open corner they can grab enclosures. So this kind of play is not play you need to freak out about. Because your opponent needs more than he can do. So keep yourself nice and strong. Find out where they defend themselves. And then you can follow up against what they don't. Look how chill this is. So chill. So chill. Now we're doing corner, side, center. So black grabs the approach. White plays low. I like black's response here. It's one that I sometimes do in my own games, even though it's technically a bad result. And that's the small knight. It's not the best of results in the history of ever, because it allows your opponent to attach here, which allows white to just get territory, right? I mean, that's points. And all we have is like a small little knight dealio. Not the best of results, but it's nice and simple. Takes away some influence, and you gave away a couple of points. Meh. Meh. Who cares? Did it in Sensei too. So, large points taken. Now we go and have to decide as white. What are you going to do? Are you going to actually try and transition into a normal game and just like play over here or something? Seems kind of slow, right? Need to make stuff happen. And the reason why is because there's still stuff in here that we could do for black. There's still stuff in here we could do as black. There's still enclosures. A lot of stuff for black right now. So white says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to attack you. And black's like, what's plan B? And white's like, but plan B was to attack you? Same as plan A. And black's like, okay. What's the plan after that? Because it looks like my shape here ain't the worst. Nice and simple settle. So yes, I think white would have no Komi since this is a 5 versus 6 done game. Don't worry, it's not going to get that far. Again, another large extension, trying to get a lot of points. And black's like, no. You do not get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of territory just because you feel like it. This right here, though, is classic handicap. There is no way that white is not a player who is used to giving a lot of handicap. Maybe he gets handicap at his Go club. I don't know. But, like, these overextensions trying to, like, bait your opponent into, like, jumping in and attacking an area too soon. Classic, classic, classic handicap style. Now, the reason why I say it's a handicap style is because you're overplaying your badonkadonk off. This is not going to magically kill your opponent if they try to take advantage of the fact that you are overextending. But if you're really stronger than your opponent, then this kind of thing can work out because their reading's going to be worse, their direction of play is going to be worse, like all of that stuff. So, exactly, Mojo. You have to give him props for the game, right? Because he's playing a one handicap game against a professional and playing it like it's a 4-stone handicap game. And this is, at this point, this is game, I want to say, technically this is like the 6th or 7th game. So you know you're playing against someone who's like 6 or 7 and 0. So he's no pushover. So brave Sir Robin. He's just settling. And black's just like, I'm taking my points because I got a lot of them. And white jumps out. Black's like, okay, I'm going to play here first. The Hane is important because it activates problems here, right? Potentially later on, there's some good Aji there with a lack of liberties with this push and cut. So it is a Britannas. So he plays that once. And then just grabs his shape. Ooh, so nice and solid. Note, he's prioritizing the group with the more stones over the one. He's not getting into a running battle here and ignoring this little guy. He's playing the larger group first. White's like, can you please continue to run for me, sir? I'm trying to profit here, you'll see. But black's like, ooh, yeah, running. Don't have that on my calendar. I just fixed my shape, you see. So I'm going to fix the other one, too. And mind you, with this move, if this move had been played here, it'd be pretty much the same thing. You'd be poking here into poking here, and then you'd be fine. You'd be out. And that would be, again, more classic handicap style attack. So white plays here, pokey pokey poke. Black counter pokey pokey pokes. And now has to go and skedaddle, one would assume. But check out how solid black is. He's just like, I'm just going to live. Yep. You need to respond here, because if you don't, I'm going to Hane. And think about how devastating that would be. Imagine this Hane right now. Right? Hane. Block, connect. Like, that would be life. Right? That would just be settling as freaking is. That's pretty cray-cray. And it's also why it's so solid to just drop down. Because white has to Hane. Which means you get the Hane for free in return. And now black says, can I kill you? And white says, no, I'm going to surround you. And black's like, well, damn, I'm going to leave then. And white is like, then I'm going to poke you. And black is like, well, darn, I'm going to surround you then. Not responding to moves that aren't severe and threatening. It's like, yeah, sure. Homeboy can go ahead and totally push. Totally push. So? Yeah, your shape's going to be ruined. It's no big deal. You just got to completely surround your opponent. Right? Moves like this later are just like, dude. You know? So, if you're poking at this, you best be able to kill him, man. Also, you best not die here. Just throwing that out there is also a good suggestion. That's alive. So black says, okay, I've surrounded you. It was never about trying to kill you. Time to make sure my group is alive. To be fair, the danger here would be answering white and losing Sensei to allow white to follow up here. Right? That would just be like the worst. If white lived in Sensei up here somehow and then got to attack you again. White Atari. Black Atari. White take. Yoink. Black Atari again, because the take is pretty big. White Atari the Atari. So black takes. White defends. Not getting involved, no stupid ko. Atari. Retake. Atari. Connect. And retake. Now, this is where things are getting a little threatening. This is where things are getting a little threatening. Do you see why? Let's suppose white backs off here. This is an issue. This is an issue. This would be an issue. This would be an issue. And that would be an issue. You would have freaking life in the corner. Ow. That would suck. Right? That would just ow. That would be bad. Let's just say that would be not. That would just be no. So we're oops. Took off on too many stones. Right, so we're here. Wait, where were we? Yeah, just took. Right. And now it's white's move. White takes here instead. Allowing this one. So he kind of picked the worst of both worlds. He decides not to fight it. And just let Black do whatever. That's rough. Not gonna lie, that's rough. Especially since he's now connecting in Gote. That continues to be rough, as I mentioned. So, Black has Sensei. Who can tell me where a large point on the board is? For Black? Where is a large point on the board? Who can tell me? Who's got their eyes peeled onto the large areas of the board? Who's got them? Who can see them? C9. That would be over her. Boink. Wow, a lot of people are saying F7. F7, F7, F7. Oh, that's that little guy. That's that little guy. You already showed it. You already showed it. Too smart for me. Close. Close to C9. We're going high, though, because we're not looking to invade. We are looking for that juicy outside. If our opponent wants to attach underneath and do something crazy, that's okay. White moves very quickly into the middle of the board. Black's like, if you think I'm not cutting through you, you have not been paying attention. So he absolutely cuts through him. I mean, we all knew it was happening, right? We all knew it was happening. That makes some juicy points. Top of the board. 4, 5, 6 line territory. Oh, yes, please. Now, I said this game was bloody at the start when I asked if you guys wanted to look at it. And you're probably wondering, dude, where's all the blood? Don't worry, it's on the way. Bush, bush, bush. Bush, bush, bush. Black is absolutely happy to get 6-line territory. I mean, why wouldn't he? And now White says, this whole area, it is mine. It is mine. All of this is mine. But is it really, though? Responds nice and strong. And White says, yes. All of it is mine. 1, 2. It's not bad. This is pretty big. This area in here is pretty big. But hear me out. What if I said it was not? What if I said it was small? Would that blow your mind? That'd blow your mind, wouldn't it? Start off with the Atari. Threatening to acquire this entire area. That's huge. That right there is an insane exchange. Because if it goes through, this is 6 line across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? I don't know. Do you think 12 lines of 6-line territory is sufficient to win a game? What do you think? Be honest. Is that enough? Do we need more than that? You think we need more than that? So White sees that, and he's like, this can't be allowed to happen. It just can't be allowed. So he moves to kill it. Moves to kill it. Now let's test your order of moves. Where's Black's next response in the upper left-hand corner? Let's see if you guys, too, can play in such a way where you don't throw this game. B6 is the drop-down. Good, good, good. Yep, descend. Woo, who said C7? Oh, you want to turn here. That allows the Hane to take... That leaves some questionable logic behind. The descent is nice and strong. I'm assuming you're all going to get the next move, so I'm just going to go ahead and play it. Connects on up. Same here. We're going to all play the same thing. So that's what we're looking at right now. White pushes to deny an I shape here, potentially. And black connects. Wait, sorry. You don't play... Try that again. You get the right spot. Thank you. Then we need a base. Got it. Black gets to Hane. Because it threatens to kill. White's threatening to kill. Don't want that to happen. And then last but not least, looks like we've got a Ko on our hands. Sadly, it is the first of many. And take. So now White has to find some Ko threats. He chooses to start with here. By cutting through this whole area would have to try to live. Black does not want to deal with that. So responds. Now it's Black's turn to find a Ko threat. And you guys are up again. Who can find a Ko threat on this board? We're looking for Ko threats. Where are they? Where are them Ko threats? Are there any? Maybe there aren't any. Okay, got some. Got some. You want to start with local Ko threats, I will admit. Starting with the locals are good. So there's a really obvious local Ko threat that anyone can see. Has it been said already? I don't think so. No, but you guys are close. You're so close. Instead of the 1-point jump, you just poke. I don't think anybody said E10. No, not until I played it, I think. Okay. So yeah, that's Ko threat. Don't want to poke through. That would be the collapse of all the things. So there we go. That. Bit of a small Ko threat. Black answers. And the reason why Black answers is because of a little thing called Picnic Co. Well, not a Picnic Co, but Co Factory. This connection here has so many threats. Such as this one. Such as this one. Look at how these threats are just going into one another. Black extends. Or white extends, sorry. Black responds. Moves to push and cut. But those are co-threats. So we return to this. And white plays the Atari. Black says, get out of here. White takes. Admittedly, we're not completely live yet. And just as admittedly, Black has stopped caring. Why did Black stop caring? Because he probably went back and read. There's a fascinating problem with this sequence. And that is, these stones have nowhere to go. That is a problem. That is a problem. White plays the honey. Black defends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At worst, they Seki this off. At which point, where is White's territory? If that turns into Seki, that's crazy. That is just not acceptable. Because White has no points. Takes. Black says no Seki for you. Whoops. Ends the ko. And now expands, threatening to surround this one now. So this fight has obviously gotten way out of hand. Double Hane. Unfortunately, the cut's already defended. So we can cut on the inside as a result. And take that group out as well. White plays the Atari. Black plays an amazingly solid move to maximize his liberties during his capture race. Very, very nice. White asks very, very nicely, can I please live here? I'm dying everywhere. And Black says, yeah, no. Tries to get in something done with a liberty shortage. Very respectable. And then Atari. Black goes ahead and connects. And the reason why this is completely fine is because even though there are all these forcing moves, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're still fine. Recount. 3 to 3. 1, 2, 3. But, this one can't be taken immediately. Neither can this one. If this one, then that one. If this one, then laugh. Right? Drops down. Puts that at 2. Takes. Connects. Asks if he can live. Says no. Asks again. Is denied. But lo and behold, he's got some tricky shapes here. He's got some tricky shapes here. He's got the poke, right? Into the cut. But thankfully, the Legend88 is able to read this out quite nicely to a very common sequence. We can extend far enough that we can never get enough liberties here to do anything. Right? If we extend again, we follow. If he extends again, we hane. If he extends again, we fall down. And he never has a chance to go back and do anything. That is a shame. So instead, tries to kill. Easiest way to live is the ko. So he takes. And we have a ko. And I'm out of white stones. Get a handful more here. Da 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 da. There we go. White's move. White takes stone back. Black says, can I have my eye here? White says, niet. You cannot have eye there. So, we replay that one. Yet again. Retakes. Says, fine, I'll live this way. You happy now? And White is like, no, you not live that way either. You're dead, sir. And White continues. He's running out of ko threats. Running out of ko threats. So here's where things take a turn. Black's like, alright, I'm done with this. And White's like, no, you are not. Retake. Up the ante on the ko. Now there's a lot of Atari on this line. Which way does he go? He connects, right? Yes, good. And then retake. Trying really hard to kill Black. Takes. I mean, you can see how juicy it is. It's like, I've almost got him dead. I've almost got him dead. Now I know. Hear me out. I know. I'm dead here, and I'm dead here. So even if these stones are dead, I friggin' lose the game anyway. But if they are dead, it will at least make me feel better. So if Black could just be a bro right now and just drop dead, still win the game, obviously, but just drop dead right now, that would be fantastic. Right? That would be such a bro move. Fortunately, Black doesn't seem to want to just drop dead. Black is not a bro. Black is a jerk, clearly. Throw in. I think we Atari, right? Yes. And then retake. And then Black sticks his little nose out. And White is like, no! You are dead, sir. And thus a go problem begins. What do you think, people? How on earth are you going to live here as Black? Is it possible? Or has black been killed by the 6 dawn? Black to move. Where's it gonna be? Don't worry, there is no wrong answer. If you get black dead here, I mean, you still win the game. Q19? Wait, what? Dude? Oh, sorry. No, that's not an I, because this is false. Because this is false. No problem, no problem, no problem. But yeah, you can see how there's like, these 2 stones on the other side of this. That means when this runs out of liberties, you have to fill. And when this has to fill, that means these run out of liberties, and then this has to fill. So Q19 only gives you the 1 eye, which white can't get rid of anyway. Because even if white plays here, you can still play Q19. But yeah, this is tough. This is tough. K13, what's K13? K13 is a small knight. Oh my god, Lighthawk. Ermagerd Lighthawk. Yes, that is in fact first move. Good job. And white says no. You can't come anywhere, man. We're gonna kill ya. Obviously, you're gonna follow up. And white's gonna block off. And you're gonna extend. Now you see the evil genius at work. Tries to defend in Sensei. Is viciously denied. Has to defend in Gote. So there it is. Now we're going to Atari. Extend. Now what? Now what? Can you find life from here? Black to live still. Hoo hoo hoo, it's tough, isn't it? Self-Atari J13? What? No, we're not going to self-Atari J13. Isn't it tough? H16? Correctamundo! You can see that we are slowly but surely doing terrible things to the other white group. White, noticing he is in trouble, backs off as quickly as humanly possible. So black creates a cutting point. And then connects back. That cutting point is live. It absolutely works. However, by pulling back, this also works. So there's nothing we can do. We're dead on top or we're dead on bottom. Sad. Sad panda. Nothing we can do. We're cut either way. Make it stop. This should be illegal. It stops. It stops. White resigns here. White resigns here. White's like, okay, I'm done. You win. You win. 6 done resigns. 6 done resigns. Now there was a lot of fighting here, but I think you could kind of see a lot of the larger principles at work. Sometimes you just die everywhere horribly. I mean, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it be like that, you know? So I will congratulate white, sorry, for playing a rather interesting game. White chose to play little bit unusually, let's just say. He decided, for whatever reason, to try and allow a diagonal position and play a handicap game against a professional. Enjoyable to watch, but that doesn't end pretty. That's for sure. However, even with this unorthodox play, we did get to see larger moves at work from Black. Here, for example, not being distracted, just playing the surrounding game was absolutely fantastic. Playing shape here nice and solidly was excellent. I loved it. Not getting distracted to go back and live after the surround was not followed up by attack on this group. Instead, after the surround, White wanted to live, and Black's like, well, if you're not going to try to kill me here, I'm going to make sure I'm alive. The attempt here to make a really, really large area by White, and Black was just going to poke at it a little bit until he got greedy, and then it just went like stab, 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 stab. Because that was not a solid shape at all, by any stretch of the imagination. So, some really good play by Black. But we must always remember that no matter how well White played, or however well Black played, game could not have been done without White's participation. That is true. That is true. So, good job to both people. We get to learn because of it. It's good. It's good, man. It's real good.